Всем привет! Начинаем 39-ю серию прохождения Dragon Age Инквизиция на кошмаре. В этой серии мы поговорим с Дорианом.
Roderick, that chantry fellow who led us through the mountain from Haven. You know he died, I assume. Got us as far as the camp and then... that was it.
Oh, that's too bad.
I helped him walk. He... talked about you quite a bit. He just needed to be sure you were Andraste's chosen. He was terrified of what it meant, if it were true. But in the end, he believed. He asked me to tell you he was sorry.
Был хорошим человеком.
It seems he was a good man after all.
Sometimes you discover things where you least expect. Anyway, we can talk about something else if you'd rather.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
You certainly think highly of yourself.
It's true. I could be more modest, but I'd be lying. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
Why would your family be upset with your choice?
Because if I declined the honor, and thus it's better. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
It just seems...
It might... We treasure... If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all... Not that it... I'm sure some magisters would disagree. That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself. Or I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
Corypheus is a figure out of Tevinter history. He was a...
Yeah. Today, people half believe it's all just a story. That's what I believe. That... What did they find? According to Corypheus, nothing. And only he could... Of course, what people call blood magic here, and... That's... It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. Most learn to keep quiet. Me? Not... Back home, it's... how it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
I suppose not. No.
I don't know what it's like to be a slave, true. I never thought about it. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe that every tale of Tevinter except the magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a... It's odd that outside the Imperium, you... I'm an Altus, which is all... If you're not a mage at all, you're Soperati. That's everyone. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest path to Tevinter... If you're not... The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated. So that poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 pillars, at best. I can't... If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of pariah... Of course.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough. Looking good, fella. The Venatori killed Alexius. Once he stopped. That's what I... Either that, or I didn't So I take it you're... Dalish? Is that the correct word here?
Yes, that's right.
So I've never met... I hope this won't be an issue between us. I am here to help you deal with the Venatori, after all.
And I appreciate your help, Dorian.
Excellent. Mutual appreciation is a grand way... Popular topic. Anything specific? But yes, we do have the Chantry, or a version of it. Not... Perhaps it started with good intentions, but mostly they enforced the Magisterium's edicts. It all stems from a disagreement over an... So we elected a man as divine. Same reason you never see a man on the sun. It's not an opinion that makes me popular.
I share your opinion.
Now, I'll say this,
In me.
that the maker, you, are what we needed most at the moment we needed it. That's what they will say in ages to come.
I'm not sure about that myself.
Me? The world is bigger than I. The Maker doesn't need me to believe. So many questions.
I'm what?
They were secretly. Many Magisters.
It.
I think we... Let's not forget that the Inquisition seems to...
When.
You think... I think they're far more frightened what you'll do if you... Fair enough. Here we are again.
I should.
What's on your mind?